Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rambling About Video Games that you've probably never heard of, but if you have, you're one of the real ones. Alright, let's get into today's topic. MIO, Memories in Orbit. As you can see, joining us are Blastoise and Kinder Egg Wonder Woman. They're gonna be helping me talk about stuff along the way. As one does. In the video game industry. All right, let's get into this wonderful game. It came out in January. It's the first game that came out this year that I was really excited to play. It's this game where you're exploring a vast world with many secrets to uncover. You play as MIO, the titular MIO, the namesake, a robot who is trying to save the heart of a mysterious human-like vessel that has like robot elements and human-like elements mixed together in this very mysterious and beautiful world building. Along the way, as in many video games, you'll encounter friends, foes, stories, all the stuff that we love to see in games. But I know what you're saying. Kate, this is a Metroidvania. Why do I want to play another Metroidvania after I have Hollow Knight, or I have Silksong, or I have Metroid, or I have Castlevania? There's so many Metroidvanias out there. It's absurd. And we've seen a big spark in popularity in them, but this one is, I would say, very unique. And a lot of what makes it unique is its progression. So, let's get into my memories of MIO, Memories in Orbit. Super cool intro. MIO, Memories in Orbit. Boom. All right. Starting off strong with the music. You picture it as mixing robotic, synthy sounds with a human choir. And, you know, those two things, you wouldn't normally see those two together. But it works in this game because you're exploring a rundown, like, robotic world that seems to have these human elements. You get echoes of humans living here in the past and influencing this world that is now utterly broken. So you're getting these remnants from the past of these human voices in the music, and you're getting the robotic, the synthy, that kind of vibe. And the music displays the story of the game before you even get any dialogue. You open up the game and it is gorgeous. It's one of those games that it doesn't start when you hit start. It starts when you open the game, and that is what I think a game should be. And I love that so much. So speaking of music and how it interacts with the world, let's talk about how the world interacts with the player, or exploration. Now, this game genuinely captures the feeling in video games where you are the person figuring things out. The game isn't spoon-feeding you. It isn't giving you all the information. You are figuring it out, but you aren't left stranded. You aren't just like thrown in this world where you don't know any of the mechanics, you don't know anything, and you're just piecing it all together one by one. No, the game tells you. The best way that I can describe it is there are two types of games with a secret third, and this is the secret third. The first type of game is a game that gives you a book and tells you to read it. And the second type of game is the game that reads you the book instead of just giving it to you. They read it to you, they spoon feed the information to you. This is a secret third type of game, which is how games should be done, where a game teaches you the alphabet and then lets you read the book. So you're not completely stranded. You know the fundamentals of the universe, but you don't get given everything. You just get given what you need. And then everything else you discover and you explore, and I think that's really special. It's really good when a game can do that, because it makes you feel like you're important without making you feel like you're drowning. So along with exploration in a world, you're gonna come across some enemies. That's just how it's gonna be. There's gonna be some bosses. There's gonna be some nice little robots that you gotta fight. There's gonna be some robots that you gotta be friends with too. Don't worry. It's not like a one-sided robot argument, you know? We got both sides of the robot coin, as it were. People say that in the industry, just so you know. Two sides of the robot coin. All right. Now, the combat at first seems very slow and rudimentary, and I think that's this game's only fault that I can see in it, is that it is a slow start. So people could be like thrown off from it. They could start it and be like, oh, this is just like Hollow Knight. This is just like other Metroidvanias. I'm really like geared towards Hollow Knight right now. I don't know why. Maybe that's because it's like the big Metroidvania. Anyways, you guys don't need to hear me ramble about Hollow Knight. We're here to ramble about MIO, Memories in Orbit. So, why would we play this game if it's so slow at the start? Well, the art keeps us going through, but we're not talking about that just yet. We'll talk about that in a bit. The combat is slow at the start, but as you get more abilities, you progress through the world. Like your double jump in other games, your dash, your wall jump, like all of those things. As you get your progression abilities that are key to Metroidvanias, you will experience combat in a different light, because all of those abilities are crucial to combat. And later on, it still feels like slow from the start, because the core mechanics are slow, but then you get all these fast elements that tweak the gameplay so that you feel like you need a fast reaction time in a slow-paced world, which is weird to say, but it works better in concept. It is such a cool mix of fast and slow combat and mechanics that you feel like you're this powerful powerhouse, but you also you feel like you're fast and you're agile, and it doesn't feel too hard. It doesn't feel too easy. It mixes everything just right in Goldilocks style fashion. It's like if you mixed boiling hot porridge and ice cold porridge, with the Goldilocks analogy, and you wouldn't think that they would mix well together, but they do, and they make this wonderfully balanced meal of porridge. Let's get on to progression, because I talked about that a little bit with combat, but I didn't tell you the best part of this progression. Every single ability that you get for progressing across the map is different from games that I've seen in the past. So I might see like one other game have done some of these abilities, but they aren't like the staples in the Metroidvania. Like, you don't get a double jump, you don't get a dash, you don't get a wall jump, you don't get these things as abilities. I'm gonna say the first ability, skip like 30 seconds ahead if you don't want to hear it. It's a sewing needle. So you'll be able to grapple onto these balls of energy and go up. And it's useful in fights too. Like that's the thing. These abilities that you get for going across the world aren't just useful for the world. They impact how the fights work. And it isn't just like, oh, I'm going to camp in the corner up here with my wall jump. I'm going to stick to the wall up here. No, like it's crucial, and they make it integral to how the combat system works. And I think that's a mark of a good game, when all of the mechanics lend themselves to all of the parts of the game, not just this mechanic is used for this part of the game, this mechanic is used for this part of the game. No, it all coalesces together very nicely. So we've talked about like all of the nitty-gritty, the mechanics, the story. That we haven't talked about the story yet. What? We are going to talk about the story right now. All right. So, this is a story where you are thrown into the world with little to no explanation of what's going on. You are treated like an insignificant ant in a human's world. You don't know anything, but you're an ant who can comprehend language. So when you pick up these research logs or these diary entries or these like little objects that you find, or when you talk to people, you get just a little bit more of the story. And it is not apparent what these little pieces of the story mean at first. It isn't until you progress further into the game that all of these little pieces that you've collected along the way start fitting together in this absolutely gorgeous puzzle. It's nonsensical, it's confusing, but it doesn't handhold you. But it still feels truly special. It feels like everything that you're doing matters, and everything that you're doing is important, and everything that you're discovering is a piece of the story. Even if you don't understand it yet, you know that you will, because this game is one of those games that you have to trust that it will tell you things when you need to know them, not when you want to know them, which is just all good stories. You don't want to get all of your info right away. You want to be led along. You want to go through the motions with your character. It is, you feel like you're playing your character, and I know that's very silly because, like, who doesn't want to feel like they're playing a character in a video game? But often, maybe not often, but sometimes in video games, you'll get, that separation from the character and the player with knowing different things. You get like cutaway cutscenes to these grand things that are happening in the world. So you get that dramatic irony between the character and the player. But you don't get that in this. You're experiencing this broken world through the lens of a tiny, tiny part of it. And that's really something special. I know I've been saying that it's really something special. It's something that I want to see in games a lot, but it's true. This video game, what? Is something truly special. And I'm so glad that I got to kick off this year with this game. So, as I've said, it's got a great story, it's got great progression, great combat, great music. Last part I want to touch on is the art. I really don't have much to say about the art. It doesn't have anything that makes it truly stick out from other games. But what I will say is it is gorgeous. The art lends itself to the world building very well. And you'll be noticing little things of like, oh, this is really fucked up. This is really like run down. This is really interesting because it's like a machine, but it's also got these human parts. I know I've been saying that a lot, but like, it's a whole thing, okay? The art really lends itself well to that, and it doesn't have anything that makes it grand or different or like unique, but not every part of a game needs to be unique. It needs to all of the different parts need to support the unique parts to make that game truly stand out. And the art helps to make this story stand out, make the music pop, make everything about the game pop. And so the art here is a very huge supporting factor. And without it, I probably would not like the game. And a lot of people probably wouldn't like it. It's very gorgeous art. Yeah. The only con that I can say, the only bad thing about this game is that it has a slow start. I mentioned that a little bit earlier, but that could dissuade people from playing it. I would just recommend, if you're persuaded by me to play this game, give it a couple hours. Wait until you get the first or second progression ability. It really starts to open up. And that's really all I have to say about MIO Memories in Orbit. It's a very good game. If you play it, let me know. If you want to play it, let me know. If you have further questions, let me know. I'm always available in the comments section down below. yeah, all of those like plugging things for YouTube. Subscribe to me. Turn the notification bell on so you get notified when I post new videos every like 3 or 4 weeks because I'm so inconsistent with it. I hope you all have an awesome day because y'all are watching my video, and that means you are awesome. You're awesome anyways, but you're even more awesome because you're watching me. All right? You're awesome. You're cool. I love you guys. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Editing Kate here. Look at this cool piece of art I did for art class. It was like pictorial depth and aerial perspective. Hope you have a great day. Bye!